the new season of Nuclear Popcorn, and we have an incredible woman here with an incredible name. A lot of you probably heard about Lena Horne and the stormy weather. A lot of people, old timers, young timers, millennials. Stormy weather was a big thing back in the day. Lena Horne is still legendary, and this young lady's parents evidently love stormy weather, and her name is Stormyweatherbanks. How are you doing?
Hello, how you doing today?
Very cool, very cool. I'm just happy that I've been chosen to turn people on to what you're doing, because you're launching a 2019 Fashion Line Conference and Breaking Barrier Awards Gala. That's two different things. So we have a two-pronged approach to exciting on the fact that there's going to be incredible designers, it's going to be incredible information, it's going to be incredible networking opportunities with some of the most incredible people. We're going to have incredible singers, and we're also going to have celebrities coming out the yang, and she herself is an incredible teacher, as well as, in my mind, a celebrity. So before we get into everything, I just wanted to thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. And I was wondering, excuse me, the how to launch a fashion line. Now, sure, this is a networking event, but you actually want to teach people as well as present your line of fashions as well, to show them how to actually do their own fashion line?
Yes, so how this came about is I'm an educator, a fashion design educator, and I have a lot of my students that often come back and they're stumped. Where do I get started? Who do I talk to? Where do I go? Where do I find this? So what I decided to do is bring this conference together and bring those people to them so they can network and they can get that information from them. And like I said, I have attorney Irene Lee that's going to be there.
Okay.
So they can get the legal aspects of it. I have a marketing person, show them how to market and get themselves branded. And they'll walk away with a lot of information.
Definitely. So this is like, if you are someone that has skill or want to get skill, and then once you get the skill, you're thinking, how do I do it? This is a no-miss situation. You got to be here, because I've been writing and hosting for quite a while now, and what I've noticed is, which I had no concept of, is when you do fashion shows, especially in California, it's filled with producers, it's filled with actors, it's filled with people that can fund your projects. It's not just about clothing. It's an experience. In some instances like this can change your life.
Yes, it can.
Now, you're a teacher. You've been at such colleges as, well, could you tell me some of the colleges that you've taught at?
While I was in dealing with the military and everything, I was stationed in Omaha, so I taught at Bellevue Junior College and North Omaha Junior College, and when we came back here in California, I taught evening classes over at Cerritos College.
Yeah.
Right. So right now I'm an educator at Santee Education Complex, which is located downtown LA. I teach the fashion class there. We have a lot of fun with them.
Yeah, definitely. Now it seems like a lot of people are going to be thinking, okay, I've taught, I've done this, done that. I'm just wondering, was there an event that galvanized you to the point where you got up to a level where standouts, say from singing to acting to legal, found it necessary to reach out to you because they wanted to be a part of what you're doing? And if such an event happened, what was it that brought you into the national limelight?
Well,
other than being a beautiful woman and an incredible person.
Thank you. What has brought me to this point right here is doing the fashion shows at Santee Educational Complex, and I've been doing them there for 14 years. So once we moved it from the actual high school and over to LA Trade Tech, that's when everything just blew up and it got to be, a little bit bigger than life. Bigger than life, exactly.
That is cool. Now, I was just checking here. As you said, there's going to be law. I'm checking here, you're going to have experts in business, fashion design. So are you going to actually show them how to design their fashion as well?
No, actually, the designers that's coming in, they're already been taught design. A lot of them already know their designs and everything.
No, I mean the people that are going to be, like I wouldn't want to say wannabes, but there are going to be a lot of people who are like, okay, well, I can draw, but are you going to show them how to actually put their designs into a situation where they can get their own little dummies and, start wrapping clothing around?
Well,
like
not in this particular seminar. As we continue our seminars, which this will be an annual thing,
Mm-hmm.
then we'll start having workshops on how to do the sketching, how to do the drawing,
Okay.
cutting, sewing, construction.
Mm-hmm.
But this being the first launch in the fashion line,
Mm-hmm.
we're basically bringing the knowledge to them and the ones that know their fashion and sketching already. So we're bringing information to them on how to get their line out
Cool,
there,
cool.
and bringing them the people that they can connect with to get their line going, marketing and branding themselves and everything.
Wow,
like that.
this is a super networking situation.
Yes.
Now, I'm looking at, you're going to have major buyers from department stores from across the country as well. Are you also saying that some people may actually be able to bring their stuff, show it to people, and such things as clothing, handbags, footwear, costume designers, they can bring their whole portfolio and say, boom, this is what I'm about, and someone might just grab them and take them to that
Yes.
next level right off of there?
Yes, that's what we would like for the designers to do. We have
can't miss this.
opportunity also for designers to come out and be in the fashion show to present your line, not only to the buyers but to everyone that's there, and make that connection.
Wow.
Department store buyers are always looking for something new to go inside the department store. So maybe one of these designers will have the right thing,
The right connection.
the right brand or the right shoe design, the right clothing design, that they want that new look in the department stores. So that's why we have the buyers coming out, so they get first pick.
So you got the backbone, you got the foundation, you have everything set up for, boom, like as they say, a four key or 4-step deal where just stick in the key and you guys take it off.
That's it. I figure if I, bring you all together, and then you can network yourself right on out there and show everybody exactly what you have to offer.
Cool. Now, a lot of people, we've been kind of holding back on the great people coming up because I just wanted them to hear just from the foundation first before we start saying stuff, because I know one name and what she's about is people are going to be like, oh my God. But before we get there, now I know designers as well. Can I invite them as well?
You sure can.
Cool. And I also noticed, Mr. Park, I see that you're integrating people from not just the black side of life, but also Asians as well.
Yes.
Okay, so Joseph Park. Now, what is Mr. Park about?
Mr. Park, he has his company there downtown LA, on Main Street. He's ABC Sewing. He's a supplier, so he'll be bringing to the table, how to choose a supplier, what you look for in a supplier, and what's the best fit in a supplier for you and what you're working with.
Okay.
So.
Now, to people like me it kind of sounds like we're talking about who to get your clothing from and get the product, or could you explain what a supplier does?
Oh, a supplier supplies your needs. Like, say, Mr. Park itself, he has different sewing machines. So, like, if you're making shoes, he has a machine that will sew your shoes together. If you're doing jeans and you need that heavy-duty machine to go through those thick pockets and everything, he has those machines available for you. He's not only sell them, but he rent them out also. So you don't have to get locked down or have this big warehouse to have all this equipment. As you need the equipment, you can pull those parts from him.
Oh, so you're also showing people that you don't have to be deep pockets to get started.
Exactly.
This is perfect.
That's exactly what we're trying
This
to do.
is very perfect. Now, I also see that we're going to have, as you say, Attorney Irene Y. Lee. Okay. Now, people don't know, but this is going to start in August. This is going to be, as I said, 2-pronged. One day is going to be on the 3rd, which is at the LA Convention Center from 10 to 5. And as you know, and if you don't know, that's 1201 South Figueroa Street in LA. But also the next day, is that where it's going to be an after party, or is that the day where you're going to have the big stars come out and that type of thing on the 4th?
Okay, so August the 3rd will be the conference, launching the fashion line. Registration is going to start at 8 a.m.
Okay.
The conference starts at 10, it lasts till 5.
Okay.
You have a little dinner break in between that, and we're going to have the after party on the 3rd.
Okay.
So that'll be the same day. Now, the second day, August the 4th, that's when we're going to have the Breaking Barriers award-winning gala
Mhm.
And that's where
That's where the big names are going to come out and make you go, ah! Now, we've been kind of trying to titillate you a little bit, but people have heard of the greatest money-making movie of all time, Black Panther. Now, the woman that put those clothing on all your favorite stars, from Mr. Johnson to, you know, Forrest Whitaker, all these guys, we're talking about none other than Miss Academy Award winner Ruth Carter. She won the Academy for winning costume designer, Black Panther. We're not talking little people here.
Mm-hmm.
Beverly Johnson, everyone's known her, supermodel, you know, and she was supermodel actress in the industry when black women just weren't doing that,
Yeah.
you know.
She was a great inspiration for me. I was in college, and I used to see her when she showed up on the cover of the magazine.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh my goodness, she just inspired me so much. That's when I got off into a little bit of modeling,
Mm-hmm.
but my true love was designing,
Creating.
designing the wedding dresses and the evening gowns.
Mm-hmm. Now, is that your forte, evening gowns and weddings?
Yes, I'm an award-winning wedding dress
Very cool, very cool.
designer.
Now, are you going to ever get into what they call the streetwear genre?
Oh, most definitely. At this show, I
Mhm.
will be launching my own fashion line
Okay.
and showing what I have to bring to the table, which I will be adding men clothing.
Okay. So this is a coming out as a work party.
Yes, it is.
So you're going to be breaking out with a new line of men's clothing. Is that all types of men's clothing, including streetwear, or just mostly couture, that type of thing?
Streetwear, couture. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of everything.
Now, are you going to also be offering any type of situation where you're going to be bringing in new students, having people jump on board to assist you? Like, in other words, are you going to also be grabbing proteges for your particular efforts as well? So someone might jump up and say, oh, hey, but can I, work with you and get under your wing?
Oh,
that type of
most
thing?
definitely. I love working with interns
Mm-hmm.
and volunteers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm mentoring one student now. Her name is Isel, and
Hi, Zil.
I've had Isel since she was 8 years old.
Wow.
Now she's 13. She's also one of the designers that will be launching her line.
Wow.
Yes, so
Okay.
I'm excited. I think I'm more excited for her than I'm for myself because, she has done a fantastic job, and she's really off into it. And you just watching her pick her fabrics, and she do her little sketches and everything and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll come to me and she'll say, well, I think I want to do it like this, but maybe I add 2 sleeves instead of 1. So, and the smile on her face just brings warmth to my heart.
Very cool. So you're a natural teacher by birth, or by you have a calling,
Yes.
it seems like.
Yeah, I do believe that's my purpose.
Yeah,
And I think I'm blessed because it's not only my purpose, but it's my passion.
very cool.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of purpose and passion, we're going to go back to Miss Ruth Carter. I met her briefly at a SAG event where she came in and spoke to people. Everyone was hanging on her everywhere. Black Panther.
Yeah.
And then she showed all these different designs and stuff. And, and then she talked about how she did it and what her focus was, and why she had to do certain things a certain way. Then I went to a event where they had Johnson, the guy that everyone thought was a monster, but a lot of people had empathy for his particular state of mind, even though it was a bit brutal, because he kind of wanted a little payback for slavery and all that. You could tell that's what was the underlying, when you inferred what he was saying. But people said we understood what he was tripping about, but we didn't go for everything. So it says the first time you kind of felt for the bad person and didn't want him, but you could understand him. So he was there, and he spoke about how when he had to put on all these different outfits, it took like hours, because sometimes he had to put on plates to make him look more muscular, and then they had to put on stuff on the skin, which took hours to put on, hours to take off, in certain costumes. So I guess what I was going to get to, are you also into motion picture stuff, makeup as well?
No, I'm not interested in the makeup, but anything that have to do with fabric and putting it together, sewing it, costumes, I like that.
Cool.
Yeah, so the makeup is, I leave that to the ones that specialize in the makeup, and we have some beautiful makeup artists also.
They'll be there as well?
Yes, they'll be there as well, because we have booth space where people can have their booths, and we have makeup people that with makeup, people with hair.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of stay in my own lane.
Mm-hmm.
They let them do their lane,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
what they specialize in.
Right.
So, you know, focusing on that one thing, and that's fashion.
Okay. Now, I don't want to get too much into price because our executives kind of frown on any call to action for money. But as far as sponsors are concerned, if people want more information on how to become a sponsor, get their own booth, and really come up, would they contact you at stormyweatherbanks.com, or how would they be able to find you?
They can contact me at stormyweatherbanks.com, or you can give us a call at area code 562-461-8555. And you can talk to a person. You might even get me on the line.
Yeah. Now, you're going to see people such as at this party, which we briefly, touched on. That's going to be, you'll be seeing Epic and Rock Nation recording artist Casey Veggies, and also Miss Elliott's Gold Mine recording artist Shreya J.
Yes.
And she was the runner-up on second season of the 4 Battle for Stardom on Fox Network. So we're talking big people, and we're also talking, please say his name, Obabamade.
Oba Babatunde. Oba Babatunde.
Oba Babatunde?
Yes. He will be our host, and he's fantastic.
It seems like he should have been in Black Panther with a name like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he probably would have fit well.
Yeah, but he's going to be there. He's not a Black Panther, but he'll be there. And I know people who know him, but I don't know him myself. But I'm going to see if they can show up, because they've supported him. He's been on their networks, on Pepper J's Actors E-Chat. It's a show that comes out of Vegas.
Okay.
And I've seen him on their show, so I'm sure she'll like to know about it. Then I also have a friend named Ann Ni. She's she's Chinese designer, and she has her clothes in such places as begins with an N. What's a big place with N?
Nordstrom's.
Yeah.
Nordstrom's,
Yeah.
yes, of course.
So I got a feeling she might want to come.
I would love to have her.
Because she's always like, are there any parties? But whenever there's a big thing, she calls them parties. Are there any parties going on this week and stuff like that? But yeah, she goes, she's got her stores out in China, Poland, all that. I think she would like to be a part of this.
That would be perfect.
And then as far as different types of facial people, which you were talking about, makeup. I have an Indonesian friend, has her own spa, all that. She does all types of makeup, all that. Nancy Salim from Indonesia, award-winning. I'm hoping she'll want to come. But that's something else. But I just want people to get the magnitude of what we're talking about. We're talking about big-time people. We're talking about not only can your dreams come into fruition by just showing up, but you can rub elbows with people that are there to help you get started. They're there to not only assist you getting started, but also show what they're doing. So, this is the place to be. Now, it's called How to Launch a Fashion Line.
Yes.
Okay. And barriers, and this is what I wanted to ask you, the Breaking Barriers Awards Gala. Now, this Breaking Awards Gala, could you explain to people exactly why? We've touched on it. Beverly Johnson broke the barrier for black supermodels, and also Ruth Carter broke the barrier for, being a black woman or black person probably ever getting awards for costume designing. So now, did Mr. Carl Jones and T.J. Walker also break barriers as well with their Cross Colors clothing line?
Yes, they did. We're giving them the influential award because they influenced, the community how to come together with their clothing, with what they call it cross colors, because what they did is basically crossed up the colors for a lot of the gang members to come together. So that's why they was a great influence on the community and everything.
Okay.
But we're not only speaking of them, but we'll be talking about a lot of pioneers that wasn't recognized in the fashion industry. So we'll be bringing up a lot of those names too. A lot of you guys probably know some of them, and if you don't, when you walk away, you'll know about them then.
Very cool. And this is something that's going to be very, very incredible. Now, let's say someone said, okay, this sounds really cool, and we've given them your phone number. How else can they catch you on social media? Because now these days, you've got to be on social media.
Oh, most definitely. I'm on Instagram. You can find me under Stormy Weather Designs or StormyW62. Facebook page, Stormyweatherbanks. Twitter, Stormyweatherbanks. So yeah, I'm all over on the media, and I'm posting constantly. You'll see some of my little workshops that I do. I give you little snippets of sewing and sewing construction. You can follow me on once a year when it's time for the prom dresses. I usually put those out there, and you can watch me get started on some. I even done a clip where I done the 2-hour evening dress. How to make a dress, evening dress in 2 hours. Yes.
Wow.
So feel free to inbox me, ask me questions. I love giving out information, and if I don't know, I'll find out for you.
I have a question. Do you ever work with the expos, fashion expos?
Yes, I have worked with the fashion expos before.
Have you ever done any work over at the Marriott when they had their fashion expo?
No, I didn't work with Marriott. I'm going to have to find out a little bit more about that.
Okay. Yeah, because I was thinking maybe that's where I'd seen you, or I must have seen you. Have you ever done acting?
No. No acting.
No? Okay. I think you look very familiar.
I'm looking forward to it, though.
Okay.
My long-term goal is to have my own television show to help people start a business, help people learn how to sew. And then I also want this fashion, I want to do a television show about fashion arrests. You know how you find people on the street and you be like, okay, I run up to them and give them a fashion ticket, but then I take them and do a makeover. With them. So I would love to do that.
That sounds cool. Excuse me, sir, you look toe up from the floor up. Let me take you in here and hook you up and resurrect you.
Yeah.
That would work, though.
Yeah, I would have to go ahead and give them a transformation, because if I run up on them and tell them, oh, that don't go, that them polka dots and them stripes don't match, fashion arrest, here's your ticket, they probably get upset with me. But once I show them how the real way to put it together and walk, they'll be okay.
It would work. I can see that happening. So, any producers out there looking, she's got the idea. Just don't take it and run and give it to somebody else. This is the creator of that thought, because that's a pretty cool thought.
Yes.
Now, I'm just trying to make sure we don't leave anybody. Randy Driggs, Signa Social Media. Who is Randy Trigg?
Randy Triggs. He does social media. He also show you how to market yourself. Very interesting, sweet person. You could talk to him, ask him questions. He'd be willing to answer all the questions that you have also.
Very cool. And we spoke about Attorney Irene Y. Lee, Law Office of Russ, August, and Kapat. Are they mostly entertainment?
She's with fashion and entertainment, so she'll be able to give you everything you need legal-wise as far as in the fashion industry, and getting yourself, get your copyrights and patents and everything done.
Okay. And what about Jonathan Santos and Midden Grebezgier?
You got that last name right.
The Santos Media Group.
Yes, the Santos Media. Now that's an exciting team. I don't want to give that away too much, but they're an exciting team, so you got to come out and see them. I don't want to give that one away.
Okay.
And
so
then,
when you come out, make sure, burn this into your memory. Santos Media Group. Santos Media Group. If she says they're exciting, they're exciting. When you think about, this is a very, I don't know if I'm using the word right, but I like the word eclectic. I hope I'm using it in the right sense.
yes.
But you got like all types of people, which some would say, well, there's no real connection between them. But actually, this gives them the freaking heartbeat that connects them.
Yes,
Because you got different races, you got people from different walks of life, from media to TV to acting. Mr. Babatunde, I've seen him in soap operas, I've seen him in movies, I've seen him on Bold and the Beautiful.
Yes.
I've seen him tackle all types of different types of controversial subjects, from transgender, where I think his daughter was a transgender or something. And, and I've even seen him do some very funny stuff, because he can really dance.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
so I've seen him do some very incredible things. So, I mean, you've got it all. But I guess the main thing, when I first started going through everything, I saw Ruth Carter, and I was like, wow, Black Panther. And then when I saw Beverly Johnson, those two right there ignited my interest. I was like, whoa, that's a great combination right there. Everything else is gravy as far as I was concerned. But when you talk about you're going to help people not only get their foot in the door by showing them how to do it and show them how to do it without having a lot of money, that's special. Because normally, I mean, we're talking someone can come in and you can show them how to do a startup without. Now, would they need some money?
Of course, you can need some money for your fabrics. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can need some money, and then.
But you won't need like $1 zillion.
You won't need like $1 zillion. You get your line together and your portfolio together, and see all that to be taught in that seminar, and then the right people to connect with. So they'll leave with a lot of information, and then the startup is, you could start a fashion line and tear the curtains off the wall, or pull up your sheets and everything, and long as you have that right design and that vision that's in your head, and you could bring it to life, bring it to 3D, you can get started. So not necessarily a whole lot of money. And traveling in the downtown fabric district, you can get fabric pretty reasonable. But what really counts is what you have in your head and bringing it to the dress
floor. Bring it to the forefront.
Yeah, bring it to the forefront.
As Tony Robbins said, you got to have that hunger.
Yes.
You got to have the hunger. Now, before we go, I used to write for a fashion line called, well, not a fashion line, but for Marina Barbarians. She's a fashion icon. She has a magazine called LA Fashion Judge. She might want to come, because through her I met people like 50 Cent, John Walsh, all types of different celebrities. But through her, I had a chance to interview people like Hilfiger. Just people that there'd be no way in the world I'm going to be able to talk to.
I'm going to have to get in your little black book.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yeah, because you threw out some names that I'd like to rub elbows
with.
Oh,
yeah, I can hook you up. But the thing that really interests me, because people are thinking, well, I'm a person whose background is mostly music, sports, stuff that has nothing to do with fashion. But like I said, once I got into it, I saw that it's more than just clothing. It's a state of mind. It's a way of life. It's entertainment. It's expertise. And my point that I've been beating around the bush is I notice every designer has their own special ingredients in their fashion. Exactly. Some would say, well, I only do silk, I only do bamboo, I only do this, I only do that. And I also found out that each fashion designer, and it kind of tripped me out, because I'm like, well, when we're talking about clothing, we're not talking about a movie. But I found out that each fashion designer has a story to tell.
Yes.
So I'm like, what's your story to tell, and what's your favorite elements that you utilize in your fashions?
Well, my story to tell, most people ask me, how did I get started?
How did you get started?
Well, my mom, she got me started sewing at the age of 7, and I didn't like it. Matter of fact, I hated it, but that was her way of keeping me in the house, because we lived on the street, and I was the only girl. So she kept me in the house, and she had me sewing, and it clicked maybe about 2 or 3 years later, when my auntie showed up, and she was talking about how she made these jumpsuits for these people, and she got $80. Well, back then, $80, I was like, oh, she rich.
$80 is money.
Yeah, little kid listening to grown folks' conversation. And I said to myself, maybe I better pay a little bit more attention to this. So my mom planted the seed, and it grew from there. And I've taken it. She sewed, my auntie sewed, my grandmother sewed, but I think out of everyone, I'm taking it the furthest.
You are the golden child of the family.
I'm the golden child of the family. And then the next question everybody always asks me is Stormy Weather your real name? And I have to tell them yes. My dad was crazy about Lena Horne.
Lena Horne.
Yes, so they was on their way to the movies. I came a month early. They didn't make the movie. They was going to see, of course, Stormy Weather, the movie Stormy Weather. And that's how I got the name. And when I was younger, Did not like the name at
What?
all. I would go by my middle name. I went to school. I would run to my teachers. Don't call me that name. You know, please don't.
And you
But
got
as
older,
I got older,
you're
I
like,
learned to appreciate it.
this is an incredible name.
And my dad said, "Oh yeah, I named you right.
Mhm.
I named you right because you're destined to do some great things, and now great things are happening."
Definitely. In case people are really, really young or just haven't been, following the life of Lena Horne, she worked with people like Harry Belafonte. I mean, that's the main name that pops out in my head, and we all know how big Harry Belafonte is.
Yes.
Because he wasn't just an actor. I think he's still alive.
Yes, he is.
But he also worked with Martin Luther King. I think he even did stuff with Medgar Evers, did stuff with Jesse Jackson. So we're talking about her influence not only in acting but civil rights as well.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, even when she was 80 years old, she was regarded as one of the most beautiful women in the world.
She was beautiful. Oh my goodness.
She just refused to age.
Yeah, I'm gonna be right there with her. I'm gonna refuse to age.
And there you have it. Refuse to lose, refuse to age, and refuse to miss this event. Again, 2019 launching a Fashion Line Conference and Breaking Barriers Awards Gala. Two-prong event, talking opportunity up to yin yang. I mean, if you don't want to show up and you have aspirations to get into fashion and don't come, then you're just chasing your tail, because if you wanted to do it, here it is. It's just out on a silver platter, okay? So with that, just want to say thank you for coming to Nuclear Popcorn. My name is Maurice Dwayne Smith, and we're here with Miss Stormyweatherbanks.
Thanks.
Is there anything you'd like to say as we let people just try to absorb all that we've told them?
Take all this in. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys there. Again, I could be reached at stormyweatherbanks.com, or you could give me a call, area code 562-461-8555.
There you have it. And again, the conference will take place on Saturday, August 3rd, 2019, from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Los Angeles Convention Center, which is 1201 South Figueroa Street in LA, with registration starting at 8 a.m. Now, can they do like a pre-registration?
Yes, they can. You can go to stormyweatherbanks.com. You can go in and pre-register. Students, we have student passes, and we have the regular passes. And also, if you're getting a regular pass, we have a promo code. So if you put the first part of my name in, Stormy, in large caps, you get discount.
Boom. And then the awards gala will take place on Sunday, August 4th, 2019, from 12 to 4 at the LA Convention Center. And again, we're going to have world famous Ruth Carter, award-winning designer for Black Panther, Beverly Johnson supermodel, Carl Jones, T.J. Walker, founders of Cross Colors Clothing, and the great actor, Mr.
Abadunte.
Babadunte. Abadunte.
Yes.
There you go. Be there. Thank you guys so much.
Looking forward to seeing you guys.
Take care now.
Have a good day.